Good afternoon. It's Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to Travel on the Road. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Dan, and I run a channel called Steam on the Road, and we're going on holiday and thought it might be nice to make a few videos as we go along. There's a bit I'm going to inject in that I took a couple of days ago when we started to pack the van, just showing what it was like empty, but it's now full. Well, good morning. It's Bank Holiday Monday, and today's the day we put aside for getting the van packed up, ready for our little summer trip. So we've decided that we are we're going to be travelling with the bed out. So we've got quite a lot of space there underneath the bed, but also we've got the drawer that pulls out the back there, so we can load that up with all the stuff that we want to take. Now we're going with the bed out just in case we want to stop and have a sleep on the way. Makes it a lot easier. And then the awning room will go on the side, and we've got an awning that goes on the awning room, and so on. So we've got plenty of space once we're camped, but it can be a little bit tight when we're traveling. So better start getting packed. So we're going to give you a little look around as to what it looks like full. So this is the van. Those of you that watch Steam on the Road know that my intention was actually to tow Tilly, the traction engine, with the van, but she was just too heavy, so we ended up with the Hilux with the roof tent, and there's a Tilly's trailer at the back there. But anyway, boom, back to this one. 2018 T6. It's not a T6 conversion. I always joked that I wasn't going to convert it, and actually, you know what, it's looking pretty converted. So in here we have so the bed is largely clear, and I say largely clear because any bits and pieces like that, if we actually want to sleep in the bed, well, then we can put those in the front, in those front seats. The front seats are on swivel, so we can turn them around as well. But we've got the fridge in there, we've got the loo, we've got water, the jackery, and in that box we've got all the stuff for making tea. So that's the main stuff. We've got a couple of chairs up there, and a bag for going on the ferry, and all that sort of stuff. Then on the back, this is the trick for how we do our travelling. We travel with a motorlug trailer and an XADV 750 on. So when we get to our destination, we can set the van up, pull the awning out, put the room on it, and then do all of our holidaying out on the bike. I've had the bike now for 2 or 3 years, and she's a lovely bike. I mean, not everybody's cup of tea, I fully accept that, but actually for the sorts of things that we do in Europe, it's absolutely perfect. There are so many places that allow scooters that don't allow motorbikes, for instance, and with this you can get away with being a scooter, and it's a it's a lovely thing to ride. Stylistically, yeah, not everyone's cup of tea, but I really enjoy riding it. It's a nice thing. Now, because the sky is looking overwhelmingly threatening, we've decided to just get the bike hitched up ready, just so we don't have to do it in the rain. So I can't actually show you what's in the boot, but I'll show you that later. Because the difficulty is that with the bike on, we can only just open a bit of the boot, but you can see that that's all packed up with all the stuff we need: spare ratchet straps for the bike, lights, good box of tea, all of the boxes, all the stuff in, ramps for leveling if we're on a sloping campsite, and the net that you can see there. This is actually a something you put on the side of a bed to stop children from falling out, but essentially we have an awning that goes on the back over the back door. So when we're somewhere warm, and we're hopefully going to be somewhere warm, then we can have the back open and we can have the side door open, and it gets a nice circulating breeze, and that stops the pillows from falling on the floor. So yeah, worthwhile. But there we go. That's a little tour of Tilly. It's now getting on for 6 o'clock, so we're leaving in the next sort of half an hour, driving down to Portsmouth to get on the ferry, overnight ferry to Le Havre, and then a 500-mile jaunt across France to get to our campsite for Thursday night. So Well, that's how we're looking. It is just starting to drip a bit. We've got a bins to put out and things like that, and then we're going to be on our way. Well, here we are, Portsmouth. First bit of the trip done. Because it's me, obviously we're early. I never like being late. I get paranoid about it, and I don't like going through security, not for any good reason, but just don't like it. So anyway, we're in the queue, waiting to get on the boat. We'll see what time they'll actually let us on the boat, and whether we can get on a bit early and get to the cabin and maybe even find a beer. Wouldn't that be nice? Right, so slightly confused when we got into the cabin, because, well, it's supposed to be a 2/4 person cabin, and you think, well, with 2 single beds here, that's going to be a struggle for 4 people. But we've got an ensuite just here. All right, yeah, do that, yeah, shower, lovely, lovely. Ah, there's another door there. Ah, whole nother cabin. So, we're going to have a cabin each, love. Just in case, my CPAP machine fails and I start snoring. So it transpires that the Portsmouth and Havre route on a Wednesday night at the end of August isn't terribly busy. Yeah, the point of interest for the evening is that apparently this is a super blue moon for, like, the next time we have one I'll be 75 or something daft like that, and it's well, there it is, shining above a Portsmouth naval base. So it's we're an hour late getting out of Portsmouth, but we do get to see the aircraft carrier Queen Elizabeth on our way out, and I mean, honestly, it's now 1 o'clock or whatever it is. What time is it? Yeah, 12:36. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, there are 2 of them. That's exciting. Cal, there are 2 of them. So, we're coming out of Portsmouth an hour late, and there are 2 aircraft carriers here. I didn't know there were 2 aircraft carriers. We've got our Le Mans cups with a glass of wine. We get to sneak past the aircraft carriers. I mean, honestly and truly, how can that be an aircraft carrier? How can you possibly land and take an aircraft off from there? It's just faintly ridiculous. Yes. Just making sure the ferry doesn't get too close. And some of the fantastic historic buildings of Portsmouth, of the naval base there. Obviously in the dark, not terribly useful, but, and the Spinnaker Tower. You've got, and this inlet here is where they've got some HMS Victory, isn't it?